What's going on, Team Nerd Herd Podcast? You're joining us for the top picks of the week for January 20th, 2021. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's jump right into this roll call. What's going on, Alonso? How's the weekend been? Any finds, any new things going on, or just strictly relaxing for the weekend? Talk to me.
You know what? It's been a great weekend. I'm loving this 3-day weekend. I cannot wait to just kind of hang out and not have to worry about work tomorrow. So, yeah, everything's just peachy.
Oh, man. Me
so
too.
let's take it down to Firestone Comics.
He's rapping hard right now.
He's all about Aaron Rodgers right now.
He's like,
there we
go. Hey, man. My team lost to you, but I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
I had to say what's up to the LA
Same
fans
here.
in the house, man. You know, it's tough being a Rams fan. I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
You got nothing in common with Alonso on that, so you need not worry.
But hey, man, I'm excited to be here. I was running a little late, but yeah, let's get into some comic talk, man. What's up, Rob? Man, what's going on? What's going on here, buddy?
Man, it's been a long day for me building a new bed, and that's just tough. So hey, Rob's Nerd Haven Instagram. Just ready for these top picks, like cool turtle books for me today, and moving on to Rogue's Law.
What's up, folks? It's JR Rogue's Law, your resident asshole, your Marvel nerd, your Star Wars nerd, and enjoying some football. Sorry, Justin, about your Baltimore losing yesterday, but it was a good game.
Drew Brees just goes down too, man.
He just needs to retire.
Yep.
Him and Aaron Rodgers need to retire.
Like Tom Brady was high-fiving the ref.
Of course he was.
That's what he's doing on camera. Just wait till he's behind the camera. I'll pass it back over to Steve, see if you can rein this shit in.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with these picks, y'all. We like to thank you guys for being in the chat. But let's go ahead and get a little roll call for these guys over here in the chat, man. I mean, we gotta let it be known. Sith Lordy with the first right up in it. Dude, I got copy 801. You know, I got going down the list. We're just kind of rolling and scrolling, y'all. We got Hood Rat Comics. In general, we call them, what's going on, Justin? No Good Comics, what's cracking? We got Sam Klotzko, and we rolling right into it, man. We're going to roll into these top picks. These are picks that we have selected for the week for this Wednesday. We also want to know what you guys have picked out for yourselves as well in the chat. We go ahead and hit us, like us, and subscribe us before we dive right in. And with that being said, let's go.
Pause.
Yeah, come on, Alonzo.
Oh, man, we're going to jump right into it right now, y'all. So, Boom Studios coming out with a number one. This writer is Saladin Ahmed, artist by Sammy Kelva, and let's see, color by Taj Tenfold. Cover A right here is by Taj Tenfold. You got cover B by Raul Allen, and then you got that 1 in 25 by Jenny Frizen. So a little bit of dude, this one immediate pickup for me. I was like, put it on my poll list, please. Post haste.
She's still not coming out with you.
Fire.
No, it's a great cover. Man. I like it.
But man, the little
like
bit of this, little bit
better.
Yeah, man, she's been knocking them out the park, man. She's really been. Like her art, like the way she just puts it down, man. She just has a way of drawing a woman, details in the eyes and everything like that, as well as the anatomy, man. So I'm super excited. Basically, the background about this character is Elena Abbott. She's a hard-hitting journalist and is trying a fresh start with a new newspaper. She does have a past, and she's kind of stepping into this historical moment where there's an election for a new mayor, and this mob is kind of after him and trying to destroy anything that kind of has to do with his run and his, title run for this mayor slottage type of shit, but there's dark magic involved, and she is actually the only thing that could really help in this series. She has to embrace her true powers. I guess she is a light bringer to the world, so we'll soon see what that is, but it's kind of falls into like a paranormal type of comic, and I'm on board. Boom's been kind of bringing the heat with these books, and this has also been optioned recently for recently for Paramount. So this is a good pickup. If you guys already have seen, it's already sold out. This 1 in 25 is going to go up. So if I was you, I would definitely contact my LCS and pick up 2 or 1 of these, man, at least, because this one's going to go, and I've already seen it sold out. So in numerous areas. What about you guys?
Wow, I didn't even know it was optioned. So this has already been optioned?
Already optioned by Paramount, man.
Wow.
And I had seen
Seems
this
like a no-brainer then.
Like I seen this like months ago, man. I always go down the rabbit hole on Golden Apple because I got a lot of independent titles, some things that my LCS doesn't carry. But I saw this like months ago. I had already got this and bought this. And even once they introduced that 1 in 25, it had already got out the gate at 55. So for me, I was like, let me get this like out the way. It was at 25. The thing with Golden Apple, man, is if you don't buy it right away, it like a couple weeks, if they catch steam, dude, because they're also fans themselves, man. You hear them amongst each other just going at it and kind of specking on their own stuff. So they're really wise and hip to the game. They're just out in LA, man. So they know what's going down. So right close to where the action's at. So for sure, man, as soon as I saw this come out, I just picked them up. All 3 of them I've sold out on Golden Apple. I don't know about you guys or your LCSs, but Alonzo, you said this, you didn't even know about this, but I definitely picked this up. I mean, I've already picked up the first 2 trades.
I will now.
Well, I was going to say, I thought Boom had like a standing deal with Netflix anyway. For all their stuff can be
they're Boom Entertainment. Yeah, they're going through this name change, or not name change, but Boom Entertainment. They're adding it in. But you're right, JR. They do have options to it. They got a lot of clean, titles coming out of the woodwork. I mean, if we're kind of veering off of the paranormal thing, we're looking at most recent runs like the Power Rangers. With that Shattered Grid, excellent read. And even though what they're doing now, in 2 different titles, and you got last week, like recently last week, you got this coming in.
Wait a sec, Steve, stop. Your mic is just beaten up. I don't know if anyone else heard it.
Oh,
yeah. I'm terrible.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Well, shit going on right now. That's what's going
on.
Move it on.
Okay. Let's move it on to the next one. Sorry, Steve.
No, you just hit it, man. My cover pick for the week, man, is this Iron Fist new series coming out. This is the 1 in 25. Man, this just reminds me of a kung fu movie, man. Straight Bruce Lee, esque.
He took the framing from Enter the Dragon.
Yeah,
man. That's it, man. That's it. It just calls out to me, man. I'm a Bruce Lee fan. And just seeing this 1 in 25, I had to pick it up, man. The 1 in 50 is also dope by Phil Noto.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, this is my cover pick of the week. I am going to pick this up. And
his shading is nice on this cover.
Yeah, man. It looks amazing.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like the movement. I mean, it's like action already. So this is a great cover.
Yeah,
man.
Right? This is the incentive. This is 1 in 25. I picked up cover A and the Alien cover, and then this as well, just to kind of jump on board.
It became Zod for a sec, or whatever his name was.
Copy. I might have a helmet, in the back, dude, and you might see some red shit coming out, some green stuff. That's it. That Enter the Dragon Field. Guy Forge knows what's up. He's hearing that. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, that song is classic. I mean, I'm veering, guys. Let's move it on. Come on. Before I start doing karate chops.
I know. All right. So this is my pick of the week, and as you guys know, I'm a huge Black Cat fan, and this has been on my pull list for ages. And this particular issue has to do with Black Cat or Felicia going to save or going to steal Doctor Strange from Null. And this is also going to be the first time Felicia is going to be wearing a anti-venom costume.
Ooh.
Just so you know. And there's
It's
so
skin
many,
tight for sure.
right? And so many good covers. But I just kind of wanted to highlight just 4. There's, I think, 6 or 7. You have the one regular cover, which looks like she's going to wear that anti-venom costume. And then you have the second one, which is Oliver Capiel.
Now, doesn't it look like on that second one she had like angel wings almost?
A little bit. I like it. It looks like she's coming into the window, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know she's coming through a window, but it almost looks like she's got wings.
So the anti-venom symbiote is with her now?
She's going to steal it, or she's going to get it.
Okay.
She's definitely going to steal it. She's definitely not going to get it. You know.
I know. Well, that's true. That's true. She's not going to get it.
She's that little alley cat. She could get it though.
No,
I wonder if he's going to pass it on to.
And then,
what's his name? Brock.
That Peach Momoko coming right at you with that alien queen.
This is the one that everybody's been talking about when they said that they were going to do an alien cover variant. And this Peach Momoko one is amazing. She knocked it right out of the park. I love it.
I didn't know about it.
Really?
All right.
It is fantastic.
I
It's
must be looking at a different one.
That and the Captain Marvel one that's going to be coming out soon is another one that's really good. And it's like kind of has that homage of Ripley kind of walking, and in the back.
Oh yeah, that one's it. Yo, on this Black Cat cover, the C cover is actually pretty dope too, man. The artist slips my mind, dude, but I had that on my poll. I added the B and C cover.
And I had to add Adam Hughes because I'm a huge Adam Hughes fan. And one of these days, I will get a commission from him. One of these days, if not some way. But that's what I'm looking for. So this is my pick of the week. So what do you guys think?
I mean, great pick, man. I'd like, that Peach cover. You didn't lie. That's fire. And you can't beat an Adam Hughes Black Cat. I have an Adam Hughes Black Cat hanging up in my house. So it's pretty classic.
Right on. All right. We're going to be moving down to Mr. Rogue Slaw. What you got for us?
So this is part 2 of Jason Aaron's Phoenix. I forget what it's called. The Enter the Phoenix storyline. It's a cool little storyline. I mean, I just really like these covers. I like the T'Challa with the Phoenix Force. They've been doing that with every character. On last issue, I think it was Wolverine, or Wolverine's 2 issues before. But every issue is going to have an alternate cover that are connecting, which is the Shaun of the She-Devil one there. And then they've already seen the next one is supposed to be Captain America with the Phoenix Shield, which just looks dope. Go the next 2 real quick. And then you've got, which I think is one of the best looking alien covers, Chal versus the Alien Queen. That just
I like the blues and the greens. Yeah.
That is also a dope cover.
Yeah,
but I know why you picked this though, man.
Why?
Because that's your brother who wrote this. It looks just like you.
Yeah, it's his older brother, dude.
that guy. I was like, "What? This JR? You wrote this?"
JR's proud of his older brother, yo.
I actually met him at New York Comic Con a couple years ago, and he's a super nice guy. I didn't get anything signed by him, but I just said hi to him.
To you. You guys are related.
Yeah, man. He didn't beat you guys up, did he? Or like,
where is it?
It's uncanny.
Yeah,
that is weird mugshot there. It's funny, man.
Yeah, but I will say that that designer cover is fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's trash.
That's weird. That's trash. Yeah.
I think a Packers fan could probably draw better than that.
Yeah.
I probably no. Actually, I can't. No.
But moving on.
Somewhere along the way, he's like arched back, and you need a chiropractor.
I think the colors are flat. The colors is just a little flat.
The colors are
design
flat.
variant. Yeah, but it just comes off a little bit weird.
I mean, he looks like he's got like just a flat body.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. There's no definition. Nothing.
Yeah.
And he looks like he has a butt like in the middle of his back.
Like a Brazilian butt lift.
Or something happened to his hip.
Yeah, he's getting ready for summer, y'all.
Yeah, but
All
might
righty.
pass on to the next person.
Yep, and it'll be Mr. Famous Rob.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Hey, my turn. All right, so it's TMNT issue 113 by the very talented Sophie Campbell, who's pulling all kinds of duties on this one. She's a writer, artist. She's doing the inking, the we call it the colors and all that, the penciling, and she's also the cover artist for Cover A, which I think is a really badass cover. Cover A.
Yeah.
And Eastman's doing the Cover B, of course. But basically, this and the C card is by
What
Matt.
is that?
I don't know.
Okay, that might get the worst cover of the week.
That's definitely Matt. It's Matt Lewinsky. He's definitely on an acid trip on this cover. I'm not sure what's going on with him. But
it's very acid trippy. It's not like it's like it's on purpose. You know, it's like done like that on
Las
purpose.
Vegas.
But,
I love what copy 801 just says. He says it looks like Microsoft Paint.
it's
No,
one
he's talking about the other one.
That's a 1 in 10, so they get really artistic with a 1 in 10 sometimes. But go back to the other covers are way better. But basically, so this is a left turn on the story because the last few issues has really been focused on the power struggle between the Splinter Clan, which is the Turtles and all their buddies, and also the mutant animals or the Hob, they're called. And it's just a kind of a struggle between who's going to run the city and how they're going to organize it, and just the whole struggle gathering supplies and infrastructure and all that. Well, but this issue actually starts a whole new arc. It's going to be more focused on what the Foot Clan has been doing in the shadows and trying to organize. And Bebop and Rocksteady going to be more part of this particular new arc. And if you read 111, you know that Tokar and Razor are not part of canon, and they were there. They were in first cameo appearance was 111, and they probably will appear. But the big story point of this particular issue is the adult future leader, which is that pink albino turtle. If you guys don't know it, she appeared, I believe, issue 105.
Yeah, in the future, right?
No, she came from the future in issue 105. She appeared basically out of a time portal bubble from the Terminator, and appeared in the current timeline.
Was she naked on her knees?
No, she was wearing that outfit, but she was not joke like Arnold. But because Lita exists in this timeline, she's a little kid, but this is the future version of her, and she's a very popular character just based on her design. We don't know much about the character. She's the little baby Lita. It's only appeared since issue 101, but everyone was very intrigued. As far as I know, this book is selling really well. Issue 113. Like I said, it's the start of a new arc by Sophie, and a lot of Turtle fans are really stoked for this arc, and they expect big things. This might be the beginning of a big revved up to a kind of a grand story, because the last few issues have been building up the world from 101 to 112, and now 113 probably some actual action, interaction with like enemies and stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited, and I'm just impressed by her that she did all the work, really, and even just the cover B.
These covers are awesome, man. I had to pick them up too.
Is that a pizza slice tattooed on her chest?
Yeah,
it sure
dude.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like a pepperoni.
It looks like it's a ninja star, right? But I can see I can see the pizza.
Yeah, that's a pepperoni.
I don't see a ninja star.
I don't see no
triangle.
It looks like a Dorito chip.
And it's like a little triangle ninja star, because on her shoulder has like a yin and yang symbol tattooed on her as well.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So
she's ready for battle, y'all.
So yeah, try to pick up cover A, because I think this spec wise, this book might actually do something as well.
So do you recommend people staying away from this awesome cover right here?
I'm getting it because I got because you know my story. If it's an IDW 1 in 10, grab it, because they're pretty rare. They're not common. Especially it's a Turtles book, and if something important happens in the book, which is technically it is, because this will be like the first full appearance of the futuristic Lita. So
looks like Battletoads.
It does a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I would agree, JR. I would agree. Okay. I picked these up too, man.
Yeah, let's quickly move away from this one to the cover of the week.
Yeah, so my cover of the week is badass Jenny Friesen cover. It's brilliant.
She's on fire, yo.
Yeah, it's just brilliant. It's gonna be because the last 1 in 25 for Dr. Apple 6 got all the way up to like about $80 to $90, maybe $100. So I'm expecting the same thing out of this one. If you can find it for ratio, go for it. I highly recommend.
Hey, who doesn't need more Frizen in their life, man? Seriously, I think Ian Hoodrat Comics was like, "Hey, you got to have some Frizen.
You gots to.
You have to."
Man, look! I mean, look. That's a beautiful cover, man. Just a beautiful cover, dude.
Frizen for realsin.
Oh yeah,
Frizen for realsin. Say
All
that
right.
3 times fast.
And now taking it down to Mr. Firesoul Comics, Nick, what you got?
Well, I'm going back. I want to go to like a dollar bin diving book, man. I want to go back and tell you guys to make sure you pick this book up. You probably can find it for cover at your comic shop, maybe in a dollar bin. It's the first appearance of Ripley Ryan. Star is a character that's not going to go away. I don't know if you guys haven't picked up a copy yet, but it seems to be a book that's pretty cheap. I think you can find it on eBay for about $5-10, and that includes shipping. But I'm just looking out for the Team Nerd Herd. I was going through my books the other day, and I saw this book, and I said, you know what? People kind of forgot about this book. People are really on to that cover appearance that Star had, and her first full appearance as Star. But this is often overlooked.
Yeah. There's definitely a sleeper.
That cover's dope, dude. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, I'm all about it again. Like Captain
Sign
Marvel,
me up, coach.
Love the series. So I definitely have multiple copies of this particular book. It's funny though, when Star first came about, this, I mean, to your point, Nick, this one didn't see a lot of like hype. I mean, everybody wanted the first appearance of Star, but you know, Ripley Ryan is Star. So I there's some sort of disconnect going on.
Right. And you know, you got to think about Captain Marvel, right? Like, how many things in Captain Marvel are going to be antagonists for her, you know? And you know, especially in the MCU. I'm not saying Star is going to be an MCU character and jump the line immediately, but I'm just saying, man, just pick the book up. If you find it in your shop, it's really easy to create a character like this in live action, where it's like, oh, it's a reporter. They have this name, and nothing could or could never happen of that, you know?
Yeah, and if they wanted to tie it in too, I mean, like the current iteration of Star has the Reality Stone inside of her. So, I mean, this could definitely happen in the MCU if they decided to kind of go that route, because the Infinity Stones didn't like disintegrate or break or something. Like it could have just morphed into this kind of thing.
Well, it's a very Cletus Cassidy scenario, right? With the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, it doesn't really mean shit to a lot of people, but the first Carnage means a lot to people. So
same with Eddie Brock.
Yeah. So that's probably why. And the cover itself.
Well, even those are starting to pick up. Those first Cletus Cassidys are picking up. You know, the first Eddie Brock is starting to pick up. You know, so you know it's just, hey, this one is going to be quickly forgotten about and stuffed in back bins, and I wanted to make sure that, hey, the Nerd Herd gets this book before it's just gone.
Well, the other thing is,
man, Wednesday can't get here any faster.
From everything I've read of Captain Marvel, also, she really doesn't have her own set of villains either. So this is one of her first, like, her villains.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see them bringing her sometime down the road.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the movie, she's going to be wrapped up with Skrulls for a little while, but
I mean, we're talking about the bad Superman story here. You know, I mean, they're gonna. There's only so many stories you can do with someone like Captain Marvel. I think what JR said the other day made me think about it. Was talking about how overpowered Carol Danvers is in the MCU.
Really,
and I was like, and I thought about Superman and the Bizarro, you know, and I was like, man, it's just so many good Superman villains, and Captain Marvel doesn't have that. And Star.
Yeah.
Well, I could see the character Ripley Ryan appear in films just as a human being.
Oh yeah, I think
absolutely.
And I think at some point we will get Star. It all depends, because Marvel's very much, they like to do like 3 movies and be like, okay, we're done. Except for Thor, they've now decided to do like 17.
Thor's hot, yo.
No, Thor, and that's fine. But they may end up doing, after the first 3 movies, they may go, okay, now that we've established her, let's pick some of her characters that she would normally fight. And that's where I think Star would be the first one on the list going, hey, she's a good character that we can do.
She's equally as strong, and it's Earth-based.
Yeah, and then like if you look at this panel right here, I mean they're in between a guy, so you could always throw that in and be like, they could be cat fighting at each other, just throwing each other into buildings and just blowing each other to oblivion.
Well, I think the more interesting thing would be the fact of it'd be the first time we actually get like an actual cool Superman fight in a movie, other than like Neo and Matrix.
Neo and Mr. Smith.
I think all the Man of Steel fights were pretty dope. When he fought that chick, that shit was pretty dope.
Yeah, but for the most part, we don't have a lot of like flying in the air type of fights.
Well, what if they use it as what if they use Ripley Ryan as a way of getting rid of Brie and you replace Captain Marvel?
Guy, you and I are on the same boat there. I mean, I would love to see Brie go too.
I don't know why it's such a hate for Brie Larson. I like her. She's cool.
Yeah, man. She has a little pizzazz to her part. I mean, how would you replace her? I mean, I can hear you guys out. She's not your different strokes for different folks.
You can replace her by saying she was a Skrull and saying someone else is her.
Okay.
Which is what I think they're going to do with some people.
All right, so I could see that. I mean, but who would you cast? Who would you cast?
Yeah,
someone that doesn't hate men and that has some personality.
I don't think she hates men. I don't get the impression. She's probably outspoken, but I don't think she hates dudes.
She just hates you, JR. That's it.
She's not into you, bro. She's not into you. She's not giving you googly eyes, all right? Look at him. He's all hating on her, dude. Shit.
I like her better than Rosario Dawson.
Oh, I mean, I'm not like, dang, you are
man,
just hating no way.
Rosario was pretty
you gotta
awesome.
love him.
I love that behind the scenes YouTube vignette.
Rosario is
Star Wars.
Fine.
Just want to give some shout outs to the people coming in.
Yeah, that's all I had for this, man. I just wanted to make sure that the Nerd Herd was getting this stuff, guys.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Thank you, man.
Gracias, señor.
Yeah, man. I guess let's roll it on.
What do we got next?
Right. So now it's our segment of I have the Captain Obvious Pick of the Week. How could I forget? It's obvious.
Man. You got to.
Build this life.
I mean, it's Donny K.
Cover.
It's
that Mjolnir cover. Wow.
Yep.
I mean, to figure out the fuck it was.
Yeah, dude. That little tattoo.
Now that you see it, it's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah,
it
man.
is. Yeah.
Put that on your shoulder.
That black
That's like a drunken regret right there. If you got that on your shoulder, how do you explain that? I mean, it's dope as far as
it's dope.
Hammer. It's a hammer.
Yeah, a hammer.
It's dope the way it looks.
Pop-Tart. That's what I saw, dude. That's like a Pop-Tart.
A Pop-Tart. Oh, yeah.
Pop-Tart?
You didn't see the.
Yeah,
I didn't see the hilt.
It reminded me of the old Judas.
That's like a mouth.
JT says next. Next.
Yeah.
Dude, and you guys remember like the old Judas Priest, the Iron Eagle logo for Judas Priest? That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, it looks like Conor McGregor's tattoo on his chest and shit.
that like lion.
Oh,
that's an American comic
one
shirt.
in the bottom corner is pretty good too.
Yeah, but everybody's going to be grabbing this book. Everybody wants to know what's going to happen to Earth, how Null is going to get defeated. So this is the book probably to get, or that everybody's going to be getting next week.
Yeah, I think right out the gate, man. What happened?
Do you think that black smoke is Black Winter?
I hope so.
I thought it was symbiote stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but it looks like
that
some of it looks kind of cloudy. I mean,
Venom stuff.
There's definitely Venom stuff, but like on one side it looks.
Oh, now that I see it, I think
I can see it.
Yeah, man.
It's Black Winter.
You're right, JR.
Black
He's
Winter.
probably gonna rear his ugly ass head, out of left field and shit.
But I do like
I hope Black Winter is still a thing. Come on.
I mean, he gots to be. He gots to be.
I'm sorry. I like the Null versus the or Aliens one there.
That's the one I pulled.
Was so far most of those Alien covers, they've just been piss poor.
Yeah.
I mean, some are just so bad.
Dude, that Iron Man, I wanted to pick that up, but I left it. But I thought that was a winner, man. I thought that was
the Iron Man was good. I got that one.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about King in Black? Let's ask that question. Even to the chat, drop your comments, y'all. I mean, we want
the
to know.
emoji.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. I mean, that first issue was sick, man. I mean, that first issue, seeing Sentry just getting manhandled, like the snap of a finger, like straight out of Thanos' locker. I mean, that was surprising as shit.
I don't know.
The story, like, damn.
So far, the story to me is kind of forgettable. I already forgot what happened in the first 2 issues, to be honest.
Okay.
All I know is, like, you're right. Like, Sentry gets taken apart in half. I think the second issue had to do with, like, Eddie Brock is dead. Hopefully I didn't spoil it.
Yeah.
He was killed.
He's in the hive.
You know, and other than that, I mean, even with a lot of the other tie-ins, it's just, I don't know.
I think it's another Marvel event, to say the least, man. But supposedly he is. But you know, we shall see. I mean, I'm interested because it's Donny Cates, man. I'm interested in the storyline.
Big thing last time. Agent Venom was coming back for some shit.
That was, I think, 2 issues ago. She was there, you know, but I'm not sure if we'll see her. Who knows? But I mean, I read the first 2 issues. I gotta finish down to issue 3. I haven't got any of the tie-ins. You know, I came fresh out to get with Empire and made a boo-boo on that one.
Yep.
I will say, between like Empire, then Exoswords, and this, I'm burnt out.
Sure. That's a big event.
Haven't been impressed with this, but I read the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of tie-in, and they brought Star-Lord back, and Star-Lord's now like OP. So
yeah, he's the life bringer, right?
I don't know if he's the life bringer or what, but basically him and some other like Greek gods died, and then came back in this, and now like his guns like can instant burn one of those dragons.
Yeah, but it's his weapon. So you take the weapon away, and he's just.
But the weapon is locked on his will. It's kind of like a Green Lantern. And so he's now channeled something new with his will or something.
He's a Yellow Lantern.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with both JR and even JT mentioned. It's just it's just too much stuff going on. They need to take a break.
We need one big Spider-Man event so I can just take a nap for 6 months.
On a side note, see that black and white cover on the top right there? So remember that was a color cover on the one that previews a few months back?
I don't.
Well, that cover is on the previews, and I didn't realize that previews had the High Republic advertisement in it. So that previews is going for like $30 now.
Below me.
I just threw away all my previews.
Dang, I think I might have one lying around there somewhere.
Yeah, it's going for like $25-$30.
That's just stupid.
I remember I had that cover on the cover of that previews.
Okay, moving on. Moving on. So those are our picks of the week, you guys. Moving down to catching the nerd herd. So this is our part of our segment where we actually talk about what is going on in pop culture or comic book culture, and we had WandaVision. So this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to get into WandaVision, and we're going to start off with episode 1. So let's hear what you guys thought, and then we'll kind of just break it down a little bit. And again, let's keep it to episode 1 because we're going to do episode 2 in a little bit.
Dope. That was great.
Dope.
Brilliant,
yeah,
man.
I mean,
I thought
how great is
the
the actress that plays Agatha? Like, how great is she? She's just wonderful. Like, you know, everything, like the whole banter back and forth, all that stuff. And Oh, right. I mean, we're talking about the episode with the turkey and that stuff, right? Like, yeah, the dinner.
No,
And she brings the pineapple, and she's like, "Oh, here's the pineapple."
Yeah.
So the sandwich were created to Dick Van Dyke Show, right? Though.
Yeah, each episode's supposed to be a different television series.
Yeah, man, I dug that, dude.
Or an amalgam of couple, right?
I think I don't think it's amalgam.
I think it was straight Dick Van Dyke. This
is straight Dick Van Dyke, and
I thought the first one was more like I Love Lucy.
No, it's Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, I thought I Love Lucy when I saw it.
Yeah, and Dick Van Dyke was the second one when they were like dealing with the windows.
That's Bewitched.
That's Bewitched.
Oh, Bewitched.
Bewitched, yeah, the talent show, you know.
See, I'll be honest. I appreciated what it was. I didn't care for it, but only because I just don't care for that style of TV. Did I think it was well executed? Did I think the acting was great? Did I think everything else was awesome? Yes.
Okay.
I think when you get down to 8 and everything's kind of revealed and you realize what's going on, I'll go back and I'll appreciate it more.
I feel like, it's a slow burn mystery right now. It's more like I'm watching to keep knowing what the hell's going on.
Exactly.
You know,
looking for those Easter eggs.
And it's kind of like, I was looking for the Easter eggs and stuff like that. But at the same time, I was like, when I was a little kid, all that stuff used to come on Nick at Night.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's exactly. Or you were looking at Twilight Zone.
Yeah, you would watch that stuff, and it was kind of weird. And how great is Elizabeth Olsen? And she's doing like this like different accent sort of thing. She's doing like this like old timey 50s accent or something, because it's obviously not the Russian accent anymore. She gave that up 2 movies ago.
Thank God.
Yeah, horrible accent.
So bad.
Right, so now she's doing like this like Susie Homemaker accent, and she's just killing it, man. She's just killing it.
They're all doing amazing. I mean, and the little nods, like Whizzer. There's a bottle that looks like the Whizzer in one of the what do you call it, the openings. I mean, little nods like that. Huh?
So the toaster is Stark Industries, right? In this particular episode, I think I remember.
I thought it was Sword.
No,
it was Stark.
It was,
and it would be amazing if that toaster existed, right? What was it doing, like? Cheese on bread.
Everything.
It was like cheese on bread. Like
the best kind of bread.
Your cherry pie.
I was thinking. I thought went toasted. It put the emblem though on there.
Yo, their next commercial got to be like a vacuum, dude.
And also the lights turn red on the toaster. That's the only thing that turned red.
Yeah, it was the only thing that had color.
Yeah, so that's definitely a mystery, because these color little nods have to mean something.
Well, my theory is that they're doing Avengers Disassembled. I don't know if anyone's read that here, but basically the whole story, I think they're doing a flip on it, and it's from her point of view. But the whole point of the thing was all this stuff kept happening to Avengers. Like the Skrulls showed up, and then someone else showed up, and then at the end Magneto showed up and rolls into House M. But we find out that she's losing touch with reality. Like she's losing touch with her control of chaos magic.
Yeah.
And like I think in this episode, wasn't the boss almost choked on like a piece of something?
Yeah.
I think because he was being a dick. I think because he was being a dick, she kind of did that to him, not realizing. I think that's going to come back. We're going to see that as a nod to that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him go through all 8 episodes and then hit the rewind back like fast, and then hit like little Easter eggs or little important nuances to the show, and then kind of piece it together and be like, boom, this is what happened. Enjoy, y'all. Sitcom type of shit. Viewers grow, massive amounts of fucking merchandise, guys.
Well,
I don't know. Is that just me?
No, episode 1 definitely just a setup to, because episode 2, I think episode 2 was more interesting.
Yeah.
I would agree, dude. I digged episode 2 better.
Yeah, and then just really quickly too, just don't forget, like Sword made an appearance here, and Abigail Brand. You can't have Sword without Abigail, I don't think. And then we also had Phil Jones, which is walking his stuff, the guy that looks like from from Friends.
Yeah.
Or an English boxer. Like
Yeah,
if he rolled his sleeves up and he got one of you guys like that.
He got fired. Yeah.
So Phil Jones is he's married to Arcana from Squadron Supreme. So Arcana is another like magic user. So that's just kind of a little nod there. And of course, as Nick kind of mentioned, you have Agatha. So yeah, there's a lot of little like things that are kind of happening that's in this particular episode.
Cool.
All right, bringing it on to episode 2. So here we go.
So I guess
go ahead.
The big part on this one was to me the beekeeper, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
yeah.
With the beekeeper, did you guys think? Okay, because the beekeeper had the sword emblem on his back, but do you think he's actually part of Sword or maybe part of AIM?
I think he's Sword. I think the bees are like about like magic things or like some sort of like getting magic off of you or something. That'll be explained that way. AIM would be crazy and I would welcome it, but I think it would be kind of out of left field. There's so much being built here, Yeah.
It could be Swarm, that old Spider-Man character. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But it was weird, and as soon as she said no, everything rewound. So, that was kind of a weird way to end the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a great episode. The other big part of this episode was herself getting pregnant during the episode.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was quick, man.
For the children, right?
Vision got them skills, though, yo.
Children.
Yeah, they kept saying for the children, so I kept thinking all of them are all in on the pregnancy. Agatha, the other people, the whole town. So they're doing, because there's no other children. What children are you guys doing this for besides,
That is true.
This is kind of was coming off to me like, I don't know if you guys ever seen like The Good Place.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like, there's a couple people who don't know what the hell's going on. Everybody else knows what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Right. So like, what if Vision and Wanda really don't know what's going on and they're in somebody else's trap? Who's doing this to you, Wanda?
See, I don't even think Vision's there.
Right. And yeah, maybe it's just Wanda, right? And now she's pregnant with, let's say, demon spawn or like, Mephisto.
One thing, another reason why I think this is Avengers Disassembled, they brought up the fact that she had at one point got pregnant. Her and Vision had kids, and that she had lost them at one point. And that was part of her kind of mind going nuts. Eventually it ends up becoming Wiccan, and Speed, I think, is his name.
Yep, that's correct.
But
I wonder what the helicopter meant, because that was definitely Iron Man colors on that helicopter.
Didn't it have the sword logo as well on it?
Sword logo too.
Yeah.
It's very curveball. That's like just throw everybody off.
Is that the helicopter type that Thanos rode in when he had a helicopter?
No,
man.
This was the one-seater.
Yeah, he can't.
Because that's what I was thinking the whole
guy.
time. I was like, that's a weird-looking helicopter. I think that's the Thanos helicopter.
No, it's not.
No, I think what's going to be more important is the color scheme rather than the helicopter.
Yeah.
So there's with Big Rob's like that red. So maybe the red is like
Iron Man all the way. The red and yellow.
Well, what if the helicopter is a real helicopter in real life, and now that it's got trapped in her chaos magical dome, right? And it's now like Toy Story'd,
It could be because like the helicopter could be potentially made that noise that they were scared of that night, right? When they woke up in the middle of the night, it could be that helicopter, kind of bursting into that bubble, and it did, and it shrunk down, and that's that.
Another thing could be also is Ultron. That might be why the toaster had red eyes also.
You're right. That fucking toaster looks like Ultron.
That's good.
There's that, and also remember, Ultron helped kind of create Vision.
Yeah.
So there is that link there.
Dude, if Ultron's hidden in that fucking like subconsciousness of Vision or Scarlet Witch somehow,
Right.
that'd be fucking crazy.
They could get a good Ultron movie. It'd be great.
I'm still hoping for Wonder Man. Come on.
I don't think we're gonna get Wonder Man until we get Guardians 3.
He's in the background, one of the pictures. You know that, right? Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that looks like Alex Ross's Wonder Man.
Yeah,
Not
it does.
like-
Yeah, it's not.
not like
not
Nathan
Fillion.
Fillion and Wonder Man.
Yeah.
That's Alex
You
Ross.
know?
But I do find it also interesting we had Monica show up in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or Geraldine.
Yeah,
See,
whatever.
but she's the one that doesn't make sense. If everyone knows what's going on, she doesn't make sense.
Unless she's
Right.
also trapped in there with her.
But why would you trap her as well? You know, like if you're Nightmare or Mephisto, like what significance is this character
So what's
besides bringing in a new character for Feige?
What is Geraldine's story, basically, just for the?
They haven't told us any story about her yet. Like she was the organizer at the talent show.
What Eric just said, I was going to say that
Sword.
too, is that she's connected to Carol and she's also connected to Sword. Because at one point, Carol Danvers was running Sword.
Maybe she went in there to save them as an agent of Sword.
Right. Yeah.
And then she's trapped. And she doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
I think everybody in here are Sword members and they're all just trapped because as soon as they walk in, they get trapped by her fucking delusion.
Except for the bad people, right? Because Agatha is not Sword.
Yeah.
No, but it might be because Agatha has magic powers that she can negate the chaos magic.
I think she has her own game to play. She obviously knows what's going on. She's like, "Hey, look, the star of the show," and I was like, "Uh-huh."
Yeah, man. She was coming over for Sunday dinners and knitting.
One thing also,
classes
Agatha
and
kept
shit.
asking in the first episode, so what about children? When are you going to have children?
Oh, yeah. She's that nosy-ass neighbor.
Yeah, so maybe her goal is to take the kids.
Possibly.
Yep, it could be.
Either that or it could be ushering in the kids at the end of the series.
Yeah.
Well, also that commercial was awesome. The Strucker when I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I wonder how like Stark and Hydra in the commercials really play into the whole thing, you know, besides just being factors that existed during that time of, you know, that period.
I don't know. We'll find
I don't
find
know.
out, right?
Right?
Yeah.
I heard episode 3 is very important. Is when Lee was on a cliffhanger, so we'll see.
So are we done with episode 2?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. So here we go. What do you guys think is going to happen in episode 3?
So one thing I will say is we know that they're going the TV show kind of in order, like timeline wise. So we know the first one was
Dick Van Dyke,
and then you've got Bewitched. The next one I think is probably Brady Bunch.
It is Brady Bunch. I already heard the review.
And if it's Brady Bunch, I think we're going to get the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The youngest one in curls.
And I'm wondering if we're going to get that scene with Vision in the Vision costume, like the homemade Vision costume.
Nah, I'm thinking that's more in the future. I'm thinking that's like 80s episode.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
maybe
you're going to have the kids, then the going to Halloween and start trick-or-treating is probably going to be episode 4.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I just think that they definitely Marvel's going to go, okay, like with Mandalorian, all the trailer was from episodes 1 through like 3 or 4, right? Like nothing after that we saw in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure everything we've seen in the trailer is going to be in these next 2 episodes.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Just really quickly, I see that Ian from Hood Rat Comics is asking, "Hey, what books do you guys think that we need to look for?"
I don't know. There's a ton. There's that Grim Reaper one, right?
Yeah, it was that Avengers something, the Grim Reaper book, and then there's the Scarlet and Vision book, the one with
the Audi Groff. Granov.
I mean, I kind of wonder how much legs all of this stuff has, right? Like, in good conscience, could I tell the nerd herd to go out there and go and buy these books, and hey, you'll make a return on these? I don't know. They might be as hot as they're ever going to be right now. You know, like I don't know if these kids, the kids might be the best book to spec on, right? Because maybe they have a future, but if they turn out to be robots, like Alonzo had a picture of that, like they go the opposite way, and it's not Speed and Wiccan, then that has no future. Like, you know, it has to be Speed and Wiccan to have a future.
Yeah, I think that would be Vision and Scarlet issue 12 if you were going to get that issue.
What's that one with the Salem? That Vision and Scarlet one where they're like there's a death person on the cover finding them. I think the first appearance of Salem is on that particular issue. I can't remember that. What's the name of that run? But that one might be a possibility.
Yeah, the kids are the only thing that I would feel like it's a guarantee almost.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a guarantee. The other would be big time spec. Like I think maybe picking up some House of M stuff, since if this is disassembled, it's into House of M.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, and I can see them. They got to introduce some mutants sometime.
And all the sword stuff. So get your Astonishing X-Men's. Everybody has them.
Yeah.
Pick, go through them again. Pick out what is it, number 6, and I think either number 3 or number 4. So those are the ones to get if you don't have them already, which I'm sure you guys did, because it was a big deal for that when it came out.
That one,
I think the sword book
at Uncle Al's, yo.
I think the sword book might be a good pickup, and then might be the new Shield, for a couple movies now. So that might be a good pickup and hold. Yeah, but I think the House of M books, that's a sell. If you have those books, sell those books now. That storyline is not coming back. This is it. You
don't think they're going to use some aspects of that to bring in the mutant populace?
I think that they've been plugging this as their House of M for some time, to then go around and do an actual House of M, would be kind of weird.
So you think at the end of this, you still think we're gonna get, here's X-Men, like here's a mutant showing up at the very end of this?
Well, aren't Wiccan and Speed mutants? Aren't they X-Men? So
they're not X-Men. They're Avengers. They've never said that they are mutants. To be honest, I don't recall them ever being said they were mutants.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still possible. I think that there's a lot of stuff coming. We that could show that we have mutants. But I think that like when I saw the official Elizabeth Olsen out there doing House of M, no more mutants, and she was like talking and doing her interviews. I don't know if anyone's seen that. This is it. So I those books have been looking for a long time to spike. I wouldn't buy them and hope that they're going to go up from here.
I don't know.
That book's a good book.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do something where it's going to do like a reverse House of M.
And if that's the case, then like you said, like these books, this is the storyline. Sell them.
100%.
Yeah. See, I think this is your Avengers Disassembled. But we'll see. And Sword will definitely play a big impact in all the Carol Danvers movies, the Ms. Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Because it's all sort of space related. If they're bringing in Monica into this, she was attached to that. Carol Danvers was attached to Sword. So probably Sword and the kids are the two biggest ones for sure.
Yeah. Seem like safe buys. Yeah.
I can't answer that quite easy. I haven't read that book in 15 years.
Yeah, I was reading that. I was like, I have no clue.
It really was an inconsequential series when it came out.
Yeah.
All he knew, they for however reason they got kids, and that's it.
Yeah, she gave birth to them.
Well, she gave birth, and then they died like shortly after or something, or disappeared.
Yeah.
So
they vanished right now.
Well, they're going to age them up. So, I think that's why they're going to keep moving forward here. Is Whatever kids we're gonna get, like you said, they're gonna get the Halloween age, trick or treating age, real quick within an episode for us.
Well, literally in WandaVision, they were babies, and then by the end of Avengers Disassembled, they were like 17 years old.
Well, what I'm waiting for is the when she breaks reality and everything goes to hell. At the end.
I think we're gonna get that, especially that iconic cover where everything's kind of shattered and pixelated.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think is that voice that keeps asking for Wanda at the end, though?
It's oh my god, it's a guy, that Asian character.
It's Agent Wu.
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Agent Wu.
Agent Wu, thank you.
Jimmy Woo, which is also related to Atlas. Agents of Atlas.
All
right.
So, what else you got for us?
All right, I got one last thing, and this has to do with confirmed Ethan Hawke and rumor. Thank you very much, Eric, Mr. Azor's Tiger, Lars Mikkelsen. And rumor has it, Lars Mikkelsen's going to be playing Thrawn in the live action.
What has Lars Mikkelsen done in the past? I can't remember.
House of Cards is his big thing, I think.
Besides that,
that's the only thing I can remember.
A lot of European things.
I think
European films.
I think just looking at his face, it looks about right. I don't want Robert Downey Jr. to play Thrawn.
But is he going to sell, let's say, subscriptions?
They're going to have Rosario Dawson running around as Ahsoka. They need a villain. He'll work. I mean, Mad Mikkelsen was my first pick if he wasn't already in there as Jane Erso's father.
They're like, you get a Mikkelsen, but not the one you want.
Yeah, I don't even know this guy, to be honest.
But you know what? He was the voice of Thrawn in the animated series. So
yep.
You know, it makes some sense. But again, it's a rumor. I haven't heard anything others about it really, other than, hey, this is it. I mean, again, Azores was the one that brought this to my attention, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
That's a very juicy role. I have a hard time believing that no A+ actor wants to take upon this role.
But then they have to pay an A+ actors pay for it. That doesn't shock me.
Well, I think they've been willing to bring it down a bit just to be in this role.
Have you noticed that Disney doesn't pay big actors a lot of times?
I don't know. They got Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke is an amazing actor. I love him to death.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing Bushman.
He's not a big known actor, or you know what I mean. He's not.
Bushman's a black dude. They're not. No way they're gonna be like, well,
he's not Bushman.
No, yeah. What do we think he's playing?
Okay, so let me set it up for you there, the Nick. So, they did confirm that Ethan Hawke is going to be in Moon Knight. One of the sites, or actually most of the sites, note that Ethan Hawke will be playing Bushman. But go ahead, and Nick, what do you think?
So I think a lot of sites, they're coming into, like, Moon Knight is kind of an unknown quantity or character to a lot of these casual blog writers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go, oh, Moon Knight #1 must be who Moon Knight is. That must be the guy that he fights against. Oh, look, it's Bushman. Well, who's Bushman? Well, Bushman's this mercenary guy who looks freaking crazy and has like a space cutoff. You know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know if he would play. They could go that route, and Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac it's Oscar Isaac, right? That's playing Moon Knight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they could both just be mercenaries and just be doing their thing, and that could be the story, right? And that's the whole first season. Or it could be something cooler. It could be that Ethan Hawke's playing Dracula. I mean, yeah, the Moon Knight's dealt with Dracula many times. It could, and that could lead right into Blade. It could be that Moon Knight is dealing with Werewolf by Night. And how cool would Ethan Hawke be as a werewolf?
Yeah,
I would love that.
Yeah, that would be dope.
playing Jack Russell. Doesn't he look like Jack Russell right there? Mm-hmm. You know? So, I mean, I just think that Bushman would be a waste. I could see any other actor play Bushman. He's a guy who's going to get the story going and then be discarded, by 3 or 4 issues, 3 or 4 episodes into the show. Ethan Hawke would be something bigger, You
don't need a big name for Bushman, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So do you think Ethan Hawke would play a bigger role in the MCU? So do you think is he just going to be a Moon Knight character, or do you think it'll just expand and he'll appear in like another movie or other shows?
Man, if he was playing Jack Russell, how cool would Legion of Monsters be?
And then you could bring Elsa Bloodstone.
Damn. What if he was just thinking that next check, Alonzo?
What if he is the voice of Moon Knight's god?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's got the voice for it.
But would they call him the villain? Right?
That guy's
would they
kind
call
of
Jack
villain.
Russell the villain? Man, Dracula seems to fit the bill, man.
Well, I mean, I get it.
Villain, right?
Huh?
But I mean, at the same time, you got Blade coming.
They would love just for the line of "Where's my money, Dracula? You owe me money, bitch." For Moon Knight, they'd be like, "Yeah."
It'd be real dope though. Like, how they're talking about maybe there's a maybe that they could bring back Defenders. What if they did this like Marvel Knights type of shit, where you got freaking Daredevil coming in there, you got freaking Blade and Moon Knight. That shit would be gritty as hell. That would be
street level fighters. Sick.
Yeah, man. I would be sign me up for that. I want to see what's in the city, man.
It would definitely have like a Midnight Suns type of feel. That's for sure. If you did something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I personally want to see him play Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night and Moon Knight. That was the first appearance of Moon Knight was in Werewolf by Night. It would allow them to have another spin-off character that they could kind of go into, and to tell Ethan, hey, you can have your own show if you can pull this off,
Yeah.
Here's a question. Is Mephisto anything involved with Moon Knight?
Is what?
Mephisto?
No, Mephisto would be dope too. I mean, like Mephisto's an underground character, an underworld character. Moon Knight is like a god, like a deity type of character, So like all of them can blend, Like there's a bunch of storylines. I'm sure that you could find something out there.
Get that Monster Mash going,
You could also just be another crackhead in the sandy part or in the loony bin with Midnight too, or.
Ooh, that's also a possibility.
Yeah.
Nothing scarier than a crackhead.
Nah.
Yeah, especially in a dark alley.
Mm-hmm.
The other rumor I heard about with Thrawn 2 is that they're going to do a crossover event. Like it's going to affect a couple shows. That's how they're going to introduce them.
I mean, imagine them just tell Ethan, hey, you just show up looking like you do now, man. We're going to make you a werewolf character. He comes right off of that show. What was that, John Brown show he had on Showtime?
Yeah,
I saw the trailer. It looked awesome. I don't have Showtime, so I haven't seen it.
I'll tell you this, Nick. I saw the first episode. I saw 1.5 episodes. I couldn't do it.
Really?
I could not do it. Yeah.
Too violent or just slow?
I just couldn't.
What show?
It's oh my god! It's when Ethan Hawke is like this priest or kind of like a priest gunslinger type, and he has like a cult, but it's I don't know. I feel like I'm watching like Lost in a Prairie or whatever little I don't know some.
So slow.
Some Hallmark Channel show.
It's supposed to be like him starting a war against slavery.
Yeah, I think I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah.
And Guy Deasy, from the only source I saw was not one that's reputable, so that's why I think it's still a rumor. I'm hoping it's fact about Thoron, but we'll see. Did you have any other slides, Alonzo?
No, this is it.
I'm gonna switch us back to full.
Oh man. Well,
and that is the picks for next week and catching up with the herd, y'all. We like to thank you guys so much for joining us through this journey. We're bringing more.
Oh, I guess we're closing.
Are we closing or are we going to keep going? We can keep going. You let me know, damn it.
I was just putting on the full thing so we can see all of our pretty faces and that ugly Packers hat.
Yeah,
Damn,
I mean,
it's
what do you guys
like-
want to talk about, man? We could talk about,
how about that new movie from what's his name, the Spider-Man guy, Cherry?
Tom Holland, Cherry.
Yeah,
That looked pretty amazing.
that looked pretty fucking dope.
Too bad it's only being like Apple or something, right?
I just don't want them to ruin Tom Holland for me. Like, don't. You're supposed to be like my little Peter Parker guy. Don't go out there and do like drugs and like out there and like.
Well, he's in some sort of time traveler situation.
What if he wears a Bears jersey?
Yeah,
That's
too much. That's too much.
Then you just hurt Nick's heart, dude. Nick's all,
That's
get
too
away
much.
from me. Yeah. Look at him.
That's too much. No. But I just need him to, like, it always sucks. You see these kid actors, they grow up, and next thing you know, they're like tonguing people on screen, and you're like, oh man, like I'm getting old. Like,
would you rather like be like Rosario Dawson in her first movie? She's fucking somebody.
See, it's all.
I mean, JR just had. I mean, there's the line, and he's like,
and how does JR know this and still hate her?
Did you see Kids? Kids was a great movie.
Oh,
I think she's a great actress.
She was in Kids. I had to watch it.
That was her first movie. Was Kids.
And
all I remember from that movie is I have no legs.
Oh, all I remember is like
no
it smelled like butterscotch.
No. Get the line right. Butterscotch.
All I remember is the boy at the end is like, it's quiet. It's just me. What's his name?
Casper.
It's me, just Casper. Just don't worry about it. Just me, it's Casper.
Yeah, because I think he was raping Rosario Dawson's character at the end.
Oh, was that Rosario?
Right.
I believe that was Rosario Dawson.
He was giving her AIDS.
He had AIDS. Yeah, the motherfucker had AIDS.
Yeah, he was just
Casper.
passing it along.
Dirty motherfucker. He's annoying.
I have no legs.
So let's go back to comic books and get off.
I know, dude. Where did we go wrong? You straight beard.
You had me on the show. That's what's
screeching tires and everything.
So,
Yeah.
hey,
let's just
did
kind
everybody?
of switch gears. What did you guys think of Matt Damon? Because now I think it's either rumor or confirmed that he's going to be appearing in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Well, he already did, right? He was an actor in Thor.
Yeah,
he was
playing Loki as part of like the whole like little play.
Yeah.
But do you think he's going to be playing the exact same role, or is he going to be something different?
I think so. He's going to be an actor in like Asgard or some bullshit, and some comedy role probably, some comedic role.
See, I think they're going to CGI him. I think he's going to be Beta Ray Bill.
Why Matt Damon for Beta Ray Bill?
Why not Matt Damon?
He's got a strong enough voice that because you got to have Beta Ray Bill has, when he's not in his horse form, he has that certain voice. At least I've always felt he would have that certain voice to him that you have to be empathetic with.
So he goes up to the window and be like, "How about them apples, Beta Ray Bill?"
Right. How about them apples?
You sound like a good horse there, Jay.
Why he's beating the apple?
Clydesdale. I'm freaking giddy up.
Oh, look at that! Even Azores was like, "No way, no way, not
way.
Matt Damon."
Oh, it makes no sense.
Ray Bill.
Who I thought he would actually be great as is one of the three. I forget the Warriors 3. But they've already cast all 3 of them.
Yeah, they're all dead.
They're all dead.
All 3 are dead.
I know.
Yeah.
What else? They just killed everybody from fucking Asgard.
Well, technically, then they could bring him back, and he could be one of the Warriors 3. They just say they switched out one.
I think that was a
Ragnarok. Well, Ragnarok brings him back. I mean, at the end of it, it's technically recycles.
But
I don't know. Like, I don't know who would be playing, but again, he's a big name. If they signed him up, like
It's got to be a throwaway role, some random character. They just
Really?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so because okay, when he first appeared in Thor 3, right? I mean, no one even knew that he was on set. No one knew. There was no rumors. There was nothing that said that, hey, Matt Damon was going to be there or have a role.
Yeah.
Right? It was a complete surprise to everybody. Now it's like, hey, Matt Damon is going to have a role or he's going to play a character.
Let me ask you a question. Has Matt Damon ever been up for a Marvel role in the past?
Not that I know of.
I've not heard of it.
Because I know with the whole multiverse thing, the whole splitting of the multiverse, I've heard a lot of the actors that were up for roles in the past are actually going to be making those roles appearance as alternate versions of those characters.
I think people are hoping that.
Like Tom Cruise as Iron Man, John Krasinski as Captain America, and stuff like that.
But you know what, though? With Love and Thunder, I think they have way too much stuff kind of going on already that I don't know how they would be able to incorporate that. I mean, I know Doctor Strange already has that like multiverse of craziness or madness. So I mean, that's where I think all of that stuff's going to happen. But like with Love and Thunder, I think it's just they already have a lot. I mean, they have to deal with Jane Foster coming back. She's going to be Thor. They're going to have some of the Guardians of the Galaxy because now Fat Thor, Big Thor is in space. And you have to reconcile a lot of that. And adding all of these like otherworld characters or characters from a different dimension, I think will convolute the entire story.
I mean, they could bring him in as something like a Pip the Troll or something too.
That'd be hilarious.
I think that'd be great.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that.
I mean, because they got to go a separate route. Because I didn't realize it was Love and Thunder. I thought it was the other Thor movie that's supposed to be coming out. Because there's two of them coming out, right?
No, it's just Love and Thunder.
No, just the one.
I thought there was Love and Thunder, but or I guess because we all knew that Hemsworth was going to be. He could be Quasar. I could see that him as Quasar.
You mean Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, the other Thor is going to be in Guardians Galaxy.
He's going to be Star Fox.
You think it'd be Star Fox?
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
But Star Fox is
he's cheesy enough to pull it off. You know what I mean?
I want Ben Affleck to be. I want Ben Affleck to be Star Fox.
He's like so. You know what I mean? Like
That's what I'm saying. Ben Affleck would be better as Star Fox.
Ben Affleck. Oh yeah. Ben Affleck though. I don't know, man. All I can think about is the Ben Affleck meme with him just smoking outside, looking all sad.
Because he's signed to be Batman. Yeah.
Hello, lonely.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see if they start going like the route to bring in Adam Warlock, maybe. I mean, he could end up.
He's the perfect person.
To answer Sean Miller's question on the chat, yes, Sif did not die. She is going to be in the film.
Okay.
Like, why does Beta Ray Bill have a Boston accent?
Like, I don't know. I just want to see him do the line, have like those apples and go. I mean, that's all I want. I'm an easy man.
You're never going to get your hammer.
Sorry,
you're never going to get your hammer
what
back.
If Matt Damon actually plays Richard Rider in Nova?
He is a dick writer, so that would make sense.
I mean, if you think about it, right? I mean, he's a recognizable face. He's a known actor. If they put him in space, he would be with Fat Thor in the Guardians of the Galaxy. And he could come back to Earth because he's from Earth. And then you would have Richard Rider, you'd have his son, Sam Alexander, and it would make sense.
And it would make sense that Matt Damon is the guy who failed to stop Thanos from blowing up Nova Prime.
There you go.
What's your hatred for him? Are you mad because Sarah Silverman was taken from you because of him?
No, Matt Damon's never allowed on this show.
He's Jason Bourne.
Oh, I love that.
Oh man,
and there's a list of people he could be. We keep teasing that Adam Warlock's coming at some point.
I can't steal Jimmy Kimmel's bit. I just think it's funny though.
I could see Pip the Troll or any of the Infinity Watch showing up since all that came
Ulik
out.
the Troll
Post.
or Ulik the Druid. All right.
That's his name, the Druid.
Yeah.
Because we got all that. That's post.
Since seriously though, like Kevin Feige said that the Novas are going to be there. You got Dick Ryder, Richard Ryder, you got Sam Alexander. I mean, why not?
I don't know, man. It'd be in a gore movie, why not? But why isn't he just some other god? In a gore movie. Watch, he's like a god that just gets killed by Gore in the first scene. Like Gore like shows up and like just impales him from behind, and he's just like
because like Drew Barrymore in Scream.
Like Rob said, we've already seen him before, right? So like, why not cast him to play the same character in a bigger role as he's some other Asgardian who's super important,
Yeah, he is a god, right? He's an Asgardian, so
I mean, they could bring him back as Odin's father. I mean, they've done that in the storylines. I mean, we'll see.
I mean, are there other important Asgardians that that would matter? That would make be a Matt Damon of worth.
Yeah, I don't know. We keep going all night on this fucking topic.
Yeah. I mean,
you got any last topic or?
No, that's all I got.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna go ahead and close this show out. What's going on, JR? Take us out this bitch.
So, other than what's going on, not much. We'll be back here Thursday night, usual time. Your Snake Mountain's coming. Don't worry. I've still got it in my pants.
Wednesday night.
Oh, that's true. It is going to be Wednesday night. I'm sorry. That'll be Wednesday night. Big Rob will be there to host, or at least start out hosting, hopefully at 6 p.m. Hopefully, if he's not too drunk.
Or assembling beds or other kind of furniture.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll send it over to Mr. Nick. Go Tampa Bay. You want to sign us out?
Tampa Bay.
Hater.
And that hurts me to say that because I.
No, you can't cheer for Brady. Come on, man.
I'm rooting for Buffalo versus Brady in the Super Bowl, and I want to see Buffalo beat Brady in the Super Bowl.
Who do you hate more, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
I want to see some frozen Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week. Up in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
We'll have the famous Canuck, Robert Levesque, on Thursday night. Roger Levesque. So get all your unknown comics ready for mail call, guys.
Oh, yeah. Get ready. Enjoy your Wednesdays, and we'll be ready to come at you on Thursday. Go ahead, Nick. Take them out.
And if you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Give me 1 second here. Sorry.
Bad editing.
Stupid. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.